What up, Wichita? Welcome to the Wichita Dinner Table, sponsored by Twister City Harley Davidson. Located right here in Wichita, Kansas, they serve the Kansas area, offering the best in new and pre-owned bikes. It is the largest licensed Harley Davidson dealer in the region. All right, it's Wednesday, July 9th, post July 4th. I'm your host, Eddie, and back for another round. We have the whole crowd here. We have DJ Carbon.
What is good, ICT?
We got Troy Trussell with Love Vocal.
What's up, Wichita?
Rocking the pretty badass Wichita Wagyu shirt I see.
That's right.
We have Annette Lawless.
Hello, how are we guys?
And everyone's favorite co-host, the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hey, guys.
Hey. All right, this week's weekly swag is from Buckets Studios. This is a barbershop / apparel brand here in Wichita, Kansas. They just dropped some new apparel this past week. So I stopped by and picked up one of the hats.
Nice.
And I'll be wearing this for a little bit now. All right. This past weekend, it was the holiday weekend. I'm guessing a lot of people had 3-day weekends or little extended breaks. But we're back in the office. Anybody have any crazy 4th of July stories? Everybody have 10 fingers. Quick double check.
I got them all. We didn't do anything crazy. We went to Chicken and Pickle on Saturday because we had some family from out of town. They always like going there, and it's convenient. And Chicken and Pickle has decent food, and kids can play bocce ball and play pickleball. So we did that. And then we got an amazing dinner at Napoli Italian Eatery, which everybody here knows I love. So, but other than that, normal barbecue,
Did you
fireworks.
play pickleball, TKG?
I watched people play pickleball.
Aw.
You didn't get out on the court, man? Come on.
I'm not a pickleball person. I
What about
get
bocce?
it.
I could see you playing some bocce.
Played
I
some
did.
bocce
I did
ball?
play a little bocce.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then honestly, like it's people from out of state you see once a year, so you're really just getting reacquainted.
A lot of visiting, yeah.
A lot of talking. A lot of, what's been going on? Oh, blah, blah. Oh, what's new? Oh, blah, blah.
Repeat, wash, rinse,
Yes.
repeat.
Exactly. Well, one of my family members saw posts that I made of the food that we had at on the 4th of July, which was a pretty good spread. And he's like 10 years old, and he was just blown away. He's like, "What? That's you?" I'm like, and just for the next 2 hours, like. I said, well, a good buddy of mine, actually, he's been doing it a lot longer and has a bigger following. And so now he knows you, Eddie.
Did you have to slip him a 20 spot to keep his mouth shut on the real
Yeah.
identity of TKG?
You shut up, kid.
It's not like I was
Saw
showing him
nothing.
pictures of Eddie. or
Uncle
anything,
TKG.
but- Say that again.
I said Uncle TKG.
Uncle TKG. Wow.
Carbon, you had
I had a
you had quite a few parties going on.
Yeah, well, as far as
God.
festivities, we had the 3rd of July up in Mays, which was rolling into the 4th. They had the Light the Sky on the 3rd of July. It's the first time the city of Mays has done fireworks in like 10 years. And they had the
Wow.
full, as far as the city putting it on, they had the fully synced audio with the light show, with the fireworks. It was one of the more impressive shows. I had an absolute blast up there. It was really cool. And then for the 4th of July, I was out at Crestview, which is always a good time. This is like my 4th or 5th year out there for their 4th of July fireworks show. Always a blast. It was a trying weekend, though. My wife had some back surgery, so I was jumping forth from hospital to event and then right back to hospital. Everything went well, so we are home now. And then on top of that, I had a traumatic eye swelling, ugly. Yeah, it was a rough weekend to get through. Let me say that much. But all in all, we came through it. Good times. So we're back home, recovering, getting better. All is well.
So Susie did text me over the weekend. She said she got to try some mashed potatoes from the grill.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I was like, wow, getting in on the pilgrimage. She said the potatoes are like real potatoes, had texture like they were once a baked potato and got smashed. Not bad at all. So I might have to add Kansas Spine Hospital to my mashed potatoes pilgrimage And when I'm there, Troy, I'll see if they have hot dogs for your.
There you go.
Is it
I
July
tell you what,
31 days? 31 days of wieners.
31 days of wieners. Yep.
Now,
as far
when with sorry,
no, you
I was gonna ask with both of you guys and your mashed potato slash wiener excursions, how do you go and like you have this comparison, especially with you, Eddie, of like all these different places, and you'll be like, oh, this one ranks middle on the list or whatever. Like, do you have like a, as a texture, whatever
what's your grading
creaminess,
scale?
however, yeah, like
Yeah,
what,
people
how
have
do you
asked
go
me
and,
that.
yeah, I'm very curious.
So there is no scientific. There's
Oh,
no
come
science
on.
behind all this. This is all
All
just
gut check.
gut feels.
Okay.
I just go in my head. I'm like, where does this one go? Was it better
Yeah.
in this place? Would I go to this place over this place in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
But
yeah, TKG.
I was just gonna say, but Annette might be interested. Like some of the food competitions that we judge, sometimes they will have different criteria or categories like
Yep.
texture, presentation,
Yeah.
taste,
Creativity.
and like I know
Thank you.
Taco
I couldn't
Fest
think.
always has 5 different categories. Which I
Right.
guess Troy, you just judged, didn't you?
Yeah, we did Taco Fest. It was creativity, appearance, taste, and what was the other texture? Yeah. So
Yeah.
What's what's weird is like I know what I like for mashed potatoes. I like lumpy, nice little thick texture to it with brown
Uh-huh.
gravy. But as I
Uh-huh.
was going around these places, I found different styles, different takes that I started like more like whipped potatoes. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
like
man,
whipped.
this kind of goes against the traditional mashed potatoes you have at home, but they're excellent. And some have white gravy, and I'm not a big fan of white gravy, but hey, I went to a place the other day. I haven't posted about it yet, but I went to Quincy's and they had white gravy and brown gravy, so I ordered one of each, and it was, I mean, it might be top three when I get ready to post it.
Ooh.
Ooh, we'll
wow.
see.
Yeah, that was,
Dang.
so it's people have their different takes on it, and yeah, it's tough. Like, how do you compare a whipped potato versus a lumpy versus creamy? Then you throw in white gravy, brown gravy, Cajun gravy, jalapeno gravy, no gravy. It's just so many different ways. I mean, with the wieners, I mean, basically you're getting your wiener.
I mean, who would have thought you could make a wiener so many different ways? But for the challenge, I'm making some at home and I'm going places to eat them. Uh, but for the three guys looking for wieners show, we actually do rate the dogs that we eat on texture, the snap, the first
Snap's
bite,
cool.
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
I love a good snap.
and then
The
how it,
casing,
yeah, the
Mhm.
casing snap, and then uh, how it's done up, right, or what they've put on it to make it a special dog, like an LA dog or
Hmm.
Chicago dog or whatever they've done. So yeah,
Both scales are good. It's just I was curious.
that's funny. Next, I have received many messages about that. Like there's a term for it, like your charts or whatever. I forget what the term is. I'm gonna Google it here while Carbon talks about upcoming events.
Ooh.
Upcoming events. So it's Wednesday. We got to go back. Oh, I, I'm sorry. I'm a little off my game here.
Methodology.
Ah,
Methodology
there
is the
we
word I'm
go.
looking for.
Methodology.
methodology. Wednesday, tonight when this comes out, we'll be up at the Candle. Thursday, I'm really stoked. My first time, I'm going to be over at Flight Team 1868, which is over there,
Cool.
Clifton Square. So I'm stoked to be back over there. I haven't been over there in gosh, I've been back once since I went when they opened, and I've been back once. So I'm stoked to be back over there. This Saturday, I'm at the Family Art Venture at the Wichita Art Museum, which is an excursion for the littles to come on out. They have craft activities. I'm going to be DJing. We have a dance party as well as they make all kinds of crafts. I've been doing this event for, this might be my 5th year now. But it
Last
is
year
a
we saw you there.
really, yes.
Yeah,
It's a really good time for the kids to come out. They might make making hats or masks or all kinds of craft activities, and then we just have a party, and they get to enjoy the art museum, and it's completely free. So
and my daughter, at that time she was 5, and she saw Carbon on stage, playing the music. She's like, "Daddy, look at that guy's mustache." And I was like, "I know him. Let's go say hi." And she was a little hesitant at first, but then typical Carbon with his, personality just warmed up to her, and she's like, "Oh, that's your friend, Daddy? He's cool."
First time anybody ever said that.
Hey, wow. Well,
Shots
also,
fired.
also speaking of the kids and having a good time, next week I am hosting DJ camp with the Somewhere Music School. So I'm doing a full summer week-long boot camp of how to DJ. So this one is targeted towards the littles. I've had a bunch of adults hit me up that they want to do one, but this one is for the kids, so under 18. But it's going to be at the Somewhere Music School going on next week. So it's a week-long program that going to teach the little ones how to get down and how to DJ. So from high school on down, if you got a kid that's interested, there are sign-ups still available. Basically everywhere from beat matching to scratching to reading a crowd to, just all of it. So you don't have and no experience required. If you have some, we're going to cover some of those opening beginner things, and then we'll advance as much as we can. But I'm really looking forward to having a bunch of new students in a 1-week boot camp at the Somewhere Music School.
So are you checking IDs? Like you said, it's like 18 and younger. So if someone in their 50s shows up, and they go, "Hey, I'm 17," and they have an ID to prove it.
Well, so this was like a really interesting discussion because I said my average age, I've had students from 6 to 60. So I was like, but our average age is probably college age because that's when a lot of kids find out about DJing. But to suit with what the school has done historically with this summer boot camp, they wanted to go more target kids, and they were like, well, if we open it up, we didn't want anyone to feel uncomfortable, kids and older, some people feel some type of way, so I totally understand. So there was a lot of interest, so I think we will be doing some adult sessions as well, in kind of this type of fashion. I also do private lessons up at Guitar Center as well that are one-on-one. So like I said, there's a lot of things that are out there for people that are curious or want to learn how to DJ, but this one is going to be targeted towards the kids.
I mean, I'm interested. I think it'd be cool just to spend one day DJing. I mean, when I was in college, we would DJ our fraternity parties, and I mean, basically it was just like getting music off of LimeWire, turn onto a CD, and having like do kids still carry albums of CDs anymore?
Oh my gosh.
No. They don't know what a CD is anymore.
Aww,
yeah, definitely not.
sad.
Hey, have you guys seen that meme of is it Steve Buscemi saying, "Hey, how's it going there, fellow kids?" And he's like,
yes, with the skateboard and the backwards hat.
Yes, I just can't stop thinking about that right now. Picturing a 50-year-old trying to get in with a ID.
Well, there's a a comedy movie back in the day. I think it was Basketball, where it was like a little league teams. I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie. And one of the this guy who's obviously like 30 or something like that goes up to bat, and they go, wait, you're not old enough. And he pulls out a napkin or something like that and says, I am 12 or something like that. Have you ever seen that movie Basketball?
Oh, many times.
South Park creators, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out. I don't remember if I've seen it.
It's wild.
This came out probably in the 2000s, something like that.
I was going to say
actually.
I was going to say that might be late 90s. Yeah.
All right. Upcoming events also Thursday, July 10th is Bubbles and Boas. Music Theater Wichita is putting on Crazy for You at Century 2. But this is a special pre-show event taking place at Bubble Champagne Bar, and it's hosted by former guest on the show, Annika Wooten and Jillian Forsberg. Tickets are $90, and guests will get tickets to the show. Admission is covered, a free cocktail, and transportation between Bubbles and Century 2. So it's almost like a all-evening event to hang out at Bubbles, check out Crazy for You, and then go back and hang out a little more.
That's very cool.
And then after a week off, Riverflix is back at the Wichita Foundation Amphitheater outside of Exploration Place on Friday, July 11th. The movie this weekend is Kung Fu Panda. Has anybody seen that one before?
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing everyone but TKG.
Annette was shaking her head that she hadn't.
Have you ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
I have not. I know I know what it looks like. I've seen a whatever movie trailer, but that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's Jack Black.
Jack Black and Dustin Hoffman is the wise man. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
But I do like
your
some Jack
family's
Black.
more into the Disney Pixar stuff.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that was the tail end of my kids' viewing experience that I remember. I think that was about the tail end of where I got to watch a lot of kids movies.
Yeah. Aw.
And speaking of kids events, Friday at Interest Bank Arena, it's Dude Perfect.
Yes.
Trick
I will
show
be there.
guys. You're gonna be there?
Yeah, me and the boys are going. It's going to be a blast.
Like during the show, I've never seen. I see the YouTube videos every now and then, but
Yeah.
at
So we
their,
went a couple of years ago when they came here too, and
Mhm.
they put on a great show.
So they're doing
They-
the same like stunts and tricks and whatnot.
So they do a lot of trick shots in the arena, but they also they have a couple of other different shows called like Stereotypes, and they have they have like a talk show where they do 4 different skits, and so they bring
Yeah.
some of those skits to the stage as well and get kids up on the stage to do stuff with them. And yeah, it's a really good show. It's like 90 minutes to 2 hours long, I think.
And
But
on those trick shots, are they taking like whatever it takes them like 20 or 30 times to complete, or are they?
yeah, I mean, they usually hit them pretty quick, and they'll do contests where all 5 of them are shooting at the same time to crown a winner of a certain shot. Like, yeah, and they're all over the place. The stage comes out in the middle, and it's wild. They really put on a good show. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Moving on to Saturday, it is the 2025 Air Capital Bacon, Bourbon, and Brews event at Park City Arena. Brace yourself for the ultimate bacon and bourbon blowout.
Oh, wow.
Also on Saturday, it's Kansas's largest gun show. It's not TKG's house. It is at Century
That's
2.
right.
Saturday and Sunday. And not just the largest gun show, but the largest gun and knife show. And then on Saturday as well, it's the Dinner Detective at the Wichita Marriott. This is America's largest interactive comedy true crime mystery theater show. Includes a plated dinner, murder mystery, and plenty of surprises during the show. Also on Saturday, it's the Big Float, taking place along the Arkansas River on Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. This is a river float and beach party in the downtown river. Bring a floaty or rent one. All funds raised support water quality improvement activities on the river. And then rounding things out on Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Vale, it is the Society of Child Entrepreneurs Starlight Dreams Family Fun Night. The event includes tacos and treats, keynote speaker from the 9-year-old junior executive director, karaoke, board games, a business showcase, silent auctions, and more. And then for the future, something to keep your eye on, there's a slew of events at Twister City Harley Davidson, which is a perfect time for... All right, we are back with Dan Winston, the GM over at Twister City Harley Davidson. He's back for another round. He couldn't get enough of the dinner table that he wanted to return. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, thanks for having me back on again, guys. I wasn't sure after the first one if you were going to let me come back, but yeah.
Anytime. Always a seat at the table.
We've been busy.
Yeah, you guys have been busy. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures on Station 8's page, but back in June, I think June 19th, something like that,
Yep.
There was one of the biker nights where everybody, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, everybody rode their bikes from Twister City to Station 8, fed a dinner there, and the place was packed.
That was one of the coolest things that we've done. We probably had 40 bikes show up here to all go ride, had a whole lineup of everybody that went down there, went on the ride, got to Station 8. Station 8, I can't, thank those guys enough. They went above and beyond, filled the place, had the bikes all lined up out front. The food was fantastic. Everybody had a great time. One of the coolest things that we've done. I couldn't have been happier. Very, very fun night.
I mean, nothing's more American than bikers and barbecue.
There it is.
Amen.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Dan, if I remember right, when we interviewed you guys last time, you were gonna go to Jerry's, maybe. Or wasn't that in the works? Was it Jerry's Bar and Grill in like Turon or something?
No, I didn't. I haven't made it there. No.
Okay. I thought you guys had some event that went there. Maybe I dreamt that it would be an awesome idea. That's probably on me.
That's the next one. Next one.
That I will do that. We got Wichita Brewing is the next one coming up. That's our next off-site that we're doing.
Fun.
That's
When does
July
that take
17th.
place?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one's on the 17th, and so just about a week here, and it's going to be the same, just kind of like the Station 8, where what's really fun is everybody meets here like right around 5 o'clock or so. They come out to Twister City. Everybody's welcome to ride whatever bikes you have. Come out here, have fun. They kick stands up right at 5:30 and start heading over to Wichita Brewing. It's the one over on the east side at Woodlawn there, and they'll all ride down there together and walk in together and have a good time. So yeah, we want everybody to show up.
I mean, TKG is the only person here with the license to ride.
Motorcycle license.
Motorcycle license?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you guys got. I'm serious. I'll leave it open to you. I'll give you guys a couple of riding academy passes for the weekend. Come out here and
Oh my
spend some
gosh.
time with us. Do the riding academy over a weekend. I think it'd be hilarious. You'd love it.
Hilarious.
On that.
Yeah,
Good
for
for
me,
you.
hilarious would be the right word. I know. Yeah, Troy and I were on a text message, I think, with Kristen to get something scheduled up. So we do need to get out there. Carbon, I think your eye's all better, so you're good to ride.
I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm
Annette,
protected.
TKG,
Yep.
I'm not sure your guys' comfort level.
I just ride on the back of my husband's bike, so I'm cool.
Well, I was gonna offer. I've got an extra pink helmet that Eddie you can put on, and you can just get on ride with me. You know, just jump on the
Yeah.
back.
On his
Like-
little scooter, y'all look
Can-
like,
can we-
just like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, can we dumb and dumber it?
Just go, man. Just go.
We'll take
Yeah,
a lesson in like January or February in the freaking cold part of Wichita where it's icy out, and I'll have like snot frozen to my mouth and
A
my
reenactment.
yeah.
The only ask I've got is that we're allowed to film you because we want to get the entertainment value out of
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
do it. Do it.
Samsonite.
So what else is new
So
over
close.
at Twister City, Dan? I know you guys have bike night coming up. I think
Yep.
tomorrow,
I want-
Thursday.
Yep,
with,
I want to
Orphan
thank
John.
you for reminding me. Yeah, we moved it because it was supposed to be on Thursday the 3rd, and we figured with 4th of July weekend we'd move it. So it's actually the 10th, and that's the in-house bike night that's going to be here. So that one will kick off at 5:30, and then we got Orphan John the Abandoned is going to be out here playing. So we'll have some drinks. We'll have the band playing, and that's the one where we just hang out here at Twister until about 8 o'clock and have a good time. We need a good turnout now that it's nice and sunny and warm out. So everybody come on out and hang with us for the night.
I know I'm getting tired of all this rain. I mean, I know we needed it, but man, like even the other night on Sunday, our backyard was like it was coming down pretty hard.
Yeah.
We needed it. We didn't need it all this fast and this much.
So one thing I saw on the calendar coming up on Saturday, you guys have a benefit for the Kansas Honor Flight. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with the Kansas Honor Flight, but it is one of the coolest causes. I don't know if in the world's the right term, but what they do, for those that aren't familiar, when I say they, Kansas Honor Flight, they pay for veterans from like, how far back are we talking? Like Vietnam War and on, and they fly them to D.C., and it's an all expense paid trip for our veterans, and they have benefits all the time. I remember like back in the day, they used to have one over at the Hertz Donut, where you go in, you buy the donuts, and like a bunch of proceeds go to Kansas Honor Flight.
Yep.
So you guys doing one this weekend on the 12th, right, Dan?
Yep. That was again one that got moved due to weather, so it's the 12th, and so they'll be out here from 11 to 4. We're going to have vendors out here. We're going to have food trucks out here. They're going to have some music playing. And so, yeah, again, it's a great, great cause. You're spot on with that, Eddie. I mean, it's a veterans benefit. They fly everybody out to D.C., and so they're going to do their fundraiser. We're happy to be a part of it and get them our facilities to use out here, and we're going to make it a really fun day.
I love
some of
that.
the
Dan,
veterans-
yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like my dad, a few years back, he went on a Kansas Honor Flight, and it just, for him as a Vietnam veteran, means the world to have gone out there and share that time with, his fellow like comrades, people who understood the experience and what it's like to be here. And maybe especially people of that era, because I think Korean and Vietnam War, that's kind of there's older generations still going out there, but that's kind of the focus right now. And for so many Vietnam veterans, they never really felt that appreciation. So to have moments like this are just super special. So appreciated, Dan. Very cool.
100%. No, we do a lot. Harley Davidson, the motor company in Twister City here, we always work with the veterans groups and stuff because it is so significant. It's such they're just very, very important people, and we love to celebrate them and help out any way that we can. And this honor flight, I think, is a big deal. And so, us doing just our little part for a big cause, I think it's a really good thing to do.
I think one of the cool things about the Kansas Honor Flight fundraisers is like a lot of the veterans show up to those events.
Yep.
And they just sit and they just chat with everyone, and they have some super cool stories to tell. I remember going to Hertz Donut and talking with them, and I mean, they can talk for hours. And you just sit there and you're just taking in the wisdom and all the stories that they share. It's beautiful. So, TKG, do you have something?
I do have a question that I've never contemplated. Dan, you might know the answer to this. Is there a higher proportion of veterans that have motorcycle licenses? Do you know than the general population?
I'll guarantee it. I mean, I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I'll guarantee that's a fact. There's a ton of veterans motorcycle riding groups too, and so they're huge into riding because that whole thing. You think about it, from being a veteran, and and even in our world of riding the Harleys, it's such a camaraderie thing, and so the Veterans MC and all these other veteran riding groups. They're huge. Those guys love to ride.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm going to look into this. This is my new little thing.
And get leather jackets that say dinner table on the back of our jackets.
Yes.
I love it.
All right. What else you got coming up? I see July 19th, following week, you have the America Hell Yeah Bash. There'll be Busted Knuckles Stunt Team, the band, BANNED, Busy Bees, and Snack Shack, 2 food trucks, awesome food trucks that will be there. That's July 19th from 11 to 4. What is the Busted Knuckles Stunt Team?
So we haven't had them here in about 5 years or so. This is so cool. These guys ride Harleys, and they'll have a whole section of the parking lot that's all just roped off for them, and that the whole crowd can stand around. But these guys are doing wheelies and endos and burnouts, and it's absolute chaos. They put on the coolest show ever, and so it's a ton of fun. They'll do about 3 or 4 shows during the event that we've got going on. You want to get out here and get early, so you get here early so you get a good spot, because this place will be a madhouse when those guys start. But it's King Tony from Busted Knuckles. He's the one that runs it. He puts it on, and he is a maniac out there. It is super fun. It is quite the spectacle. So you guys got to come out and check it out.
Awesome.
So real quick, the question's for everyone else. Does anybody know what an endo is?
I do not.
No idea.
Nobody?
What was the question?
Educate us.
So it's the opposite of a wheelie. It's when you brake hard enough that you stand the bike up on its nose.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to point out, you don't ever want to do that accidentally, because that will really kind of get the old heart pumping there. So when you're doing it on purpose, like the stunt guys, that's one thing. But yeah, if you ever do that and it's by accident, you're probably going to wake up real quick there.
I can only imagine.
I'm not going to be doing any endos or wheelies anytime.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good time, but you just gotta leave it to the professionals.
Be prepared.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
No, but it'll be a super fun show though. And we last did this, it was about 5 years ago. I would say that it was the biggest crowd we've ever had out here at Twister City.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
cool.
It was a madhouse. There were hundreds of people here. And so the America Hell Yeah Bash in general, that is amongst the biggest parties that we have all year. But then adding on to it, having Busted Knuckles come out here and the band and everybody else, it's going to be insanity. So we're looking forward to it.
I kind of want to go, and I'm sure it's going to be really fun, but I just like the name. Like, I want to do a post that uses the America Hell Yeah name, you know?
Right on. You know, this is we're going to celebrate all things America. That's it.
It's awesome.
I am still like the whole endo thing. I think I've done one before on a bicycle, and
You've never
I was
done
like,
an endo?
there might have been some. What's that?
Man, I remember back in the day on my BMX bikes. Yeah, you did an endo. You did a wheelie. Yeah, never did an endo? Come on.
I'm talking about like my adult life.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we
No,
bought bikes
never as
last
an
year,
adult.
and
When I was
did
young
an
and
endo
reckless,
by
I did
accident.
it.
Yeah, like my knuckles are completely white. I was like, oh my god, I might die.
Well, it's when you watch these guys do it. I mean, it looks so controlled when they're doing it. I mean, they're doing it intentionally and stuff, but the sheer terror of it, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I was just looking up a YouTube video on them real quick, and it is, man, the things people can do. It's like watching this YouTube video from my house right now. It's like watching one of those Red Bull commercials where
Yeah.
they're doing like those wild stunts and everything.
Yeah. When those guys know what they're doing, it's like ballet out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's so loud, and there's smoke going everywhere. There's rubber flying, and it just looks like it's absolute chaos. But they know it. They're professionals. They know what they're doing, and everything they do is planned, and it's nuts to watch it.
Dan, I gotta say, you can really see your enthusiasm every
I
time
love
we ask
it.
you a question. Your smile lights up. You just get all happy and giddy, and you just start explaining everything. It's
Oh yeah, it's fun. I'm really excited to have these guys back because again, it's been a few years. They book up like years in advance because it's such a big
Really.
deal. So
I'll
yeah,
bet.
we finally got it to work out on our weekend, and so I got to admit I'm pretty excited about this one.
What is the
fun.
date on that again?
So that's the 19th from 11 to 4, July 19th. The America Hell Yeah Bash. The stunt team will be out here. The band will be out here. Food trucks. I mean, it's going to be a party. This is one of the biggest ones of the year for us.
Wow. So you got the honor flight this upcoming Saturday from 1 to 4, and then the following Saturday is this event and the America Hell Yeah event.
Yep, and then we've also got 2 bike nights coming up. So I mean, we're it's going to be a busy calendar
Busy.
for us here in July.
Busy
Wow.
social calendar.
Well, I'll
in
definitely
the
try to
city.
make it
Love
to at least one of them.
TKG. I'm free for a little bit on the 19th if you want to meet up.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Check out some busted
that helmet.
knuckles.
Yeah, I'm going to that. I'm going to that. I see that.
I'll ask King Tony if we can put you guys on some bikes for that one, and have you be honorary parts of the stunt team that day.
Could we set up like have TKG stand in the middle and they jump over him?
They do that.
Oh, they do?
that.
Yes, I volunteered TKG.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
I'll
What is
put
this,
in a
like,
good word for
tribute?
you.
What is that?
Yeah,
Hunger Games?
my
I mean,
tribute.
come
What's the
on.
hand
Volunteers
signal?
tribute.
Is it this?
Like this.
Yeah, there it is.
Our tribute
Like you
is
do it.
TKG.
That's a mock. Is that the Mocking
The
Jay
Mocking
or
Jay. The
whatever?
Mocking Jay.
Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
Hunger Games.
You want to
Yep.
hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Is it you talking?
Not the mockingbird.
No, mockingbird. Yeah, let's talk about mockingbirds. And you ever seen Dumb and Dumber, TKG?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Of course, I've seen it. I've seen it 1,000 times.
You made a reference to it earlier. Swanson.
That was part. That was part of the script.
Yeah, I did the Samsonite reference.
Yes, thank you.
It was way off.
All right. Well, Dan,
Annette caught it.
anything else?
Hey,
We're
the
missing?
only other thing I'm missing, I'm gonna. You guys always ask me about where we've been eating lately, and what's been on the radar lately is Hawaiian Bros.
Yes.
The Molokai Mac wrap. I just discovered this a couple of weeks ago. We go there and get like the teriyaki chicken, Molokai Mac wrap. I mean, this thing is amazing. If you haven't done it, get down there and go get it at Hawaiian Brothers. It's amazing.
How do you feel about the mac and cheese, Dan?
It's Molokai, the Molokai Mac wrap. It's got everything. It's got the chicken in it. There's the mac and cheese. There's rice, and then they do it burrito style. The
But
thing
what
is,
sides do you get? What sides do you get at Hawaiian Bros? Have you ever had the mac and cheese on the side?
no, it's inside.
But
So-
I'm telling you, You should get the mac and cheese on the side as an additional side.
Nah, dude, they serve it cold.
Yeah.
And don't let them. They're just messing with me because
You're caught up in an
the
inside
first
joke
time I
here.
went, I called it cold mac and cheese because my boys went with me and they were like, "Why is this mac and cheese cold?" And I was like, "I don't know, boys," and they hated it. But it's because it's like Hawaii. What's it called? It's Hawaiian
Macaroni salad. Oh my
macaroni
gosh.
salad.
What
Right?
planet are you people on? Oh
It's
my
supposed
gosh.
to be cold.
What do they serve at Hawaiian Bros again? What kind of food?
Hawaiian food.
So Dan, since you guys are
This is
pretty
going
far
off
up
the
in
Poor
North
rails.
Dan.
Wichita, what are your like go-to staples? Like when you're looking for a quick lunch or a quick place to eat around where Twister City is, like what's the go-tos for y'all up there?
So we with the normal rotation, we always got a hog wild day in there where we grab our hog wild lunches. The City Bites sandwiches over at City Bites. That's one that's always in the staple. The Hawaiian Bros, and now of course we're hitting small sliders now that
Small sliders are delicious.
the
Yeah.
crowds, it's a little more manageable. You can get in and out of there now. So
Their milkshakes are really good.
oh yeah. Yep. And so now, especially with Raising Cane's in there, it's funny now the whole crowd's gone over to Raising Cane's. So now you can get in and out of small sliders and go grab some sliders.
Well,
Yeah,
Raising Cane's is scouting out East Side locations now, so
Dun, dun, dun.
I can't
As
wait.
they should be.
Yes, they should.
I'm sick of it. West Side. Just sick of it.
all right, Dan. Well, appreciate you hopping on again. I'm sure I'll be seeing you, and the rest of the team will be seeing you sometime, at least
Yeah.
once the next month with all these events going on. Like I said, Rundown Bike Night, July 10th. Kansas Honor Flight fundraisers, July 12th. You have another bike night on July 17th, headed to WBC East. And then the America Hell Yeah Bash, July
Yeah.
19th.
right on.
Let's go.
All right,
Thank
Dan.
you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on again. And I'm writing in my notes here that TKG is going to be he's going to be the one they're going to jump over. So
Yes.
Our tribute.
we'll put that down for America. Hell yeah.
There it is.
Hell yeah. You live once. YOLO.
YOLO.
All right, Dan.
Thank you guys.
Things in the community. We have one thing to put your calendar on, or put on your calendar. Opening next Monday is KVH Chop House. That's over at 21st and Tyler.
I'm
No,
excited.
Wow.
29th and Tyler. Sorry, at 29th and Tyler. It's over at the southeast corner next to Casey's. I know a lot of people have been anxiously waiting this one. It's about 2 years in the making. The steaks are sourced from Wichita Wagyu. I think Troy's got the shirt representing that. And there's a nice selection of bourbons, wines, and champagne. So
I'm ready.
be on the lookout for a sneak peek at that one later down the week. All right. Up next, we got Trestle Truth, sponsored by Trestle Media.
Today is Wednesday, folks, and I know I've been talking a lot about wieners lately, but today I want to talk to you about hamburgers. There are some spectacular hamburger deals around Wichita on Wednesdays, if you did not know this. Local Flavor has a $2 off any burger all day, and they have an $8 burger and fries special on Wednesdays. Whiskey Dick's, half off of burgers every Wednesday. Has anybody ever taken advantage of that?
I have. I've done
I
the
know
half
I-
off
Indeed.
whiskey.
I've done it what was I about to say? I've done it a lot.
I think you were going to say you've done it more than anybody else ever has.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you, TKG. You always got my back.
Yep, sort of.
Always.
And then BJ Brewhouse has a $12 loaded burger with unlimited fries. And so lots of burger deals on Wednesday. Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, most people go there to get wings, but they even have a hamburger buy one, get one deal. So lots of burger deals out there on Wednesdays. And I sourced all of this information from WichitaOnTheCheap.com. So if you're not subscribed to WichitaOnTheCheap.com, you should go check it out because they got lots of deals on there that they share. So
For sure.
You need to get Kathy from Wichita on the Cheap on the show sometime. She's awesome people.
absolutely.
Amazing people. Yep.
Love her.
I've never done the first deal, the one at Local Flavor. I didn't even know that was one. But I've done most of the other deals.
I did the other day. I stumbled in there on a Wednesday when I thought it was a Thursday because I was going to get some thighs. And I was like, no, wait. Oh, I didn't know what day it was. Oh, what do I get? All right, $2 off a burger. Let's go.
They do good work over at Local Flavor.
Amazing work. Jeremy's rock star.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. TKG, your time to shine. What's the stick in your craw?
Well, I do believe what Troy said is true. And what I want to talk about today are the I don't believe in, air quotes, peeps. For most of my life, I've been irritated when someone says, I don't believe in X. I've heard it my whole life because some folks seem to think that I cherish their personal opinions. These folks use the phrase, I don't believe in such and such a thing. But really, what are they trying to tell me? They are trying to tell me the thing being discussed is bad. For example, if I were to say, I don't believe in eating meat on Tuesdays, that would be an idiotic thing to say. Eating meat on Tuesdays exists. Peeps are doing it on the regular throughout the world. Instead of saying, I don't believe in eating meat on Tuesday, I should have just owned it and said, I think people that eat meat on Tuesdays suck. And if you do it, then you suck too. Because that's really what I'm trying to tell you. These peeps annoy me, telling me they do not believe in something that clearly exists. If they feel compelled to tell someone their opinions about something, they should own it and say the opinion without hiding behind such an uninformative phrase. That's what I got for you today, Eddie.
One of my projects, maybe for next year, I'm going to paint a whiteboard behind me, like or a chalkboard. And I'm going to make a list of everything TKG dislikes. And so it will be like the TKG wall behind me.
It's going to be a full room display.
What are you going to do with it?
Admire it.
Admire it.
Sit in my chair and look at it like, why does he like this? Why does he hate this and that?
Oh gosh.
Am I the only? This is a serious thing that has always annoyed me. People are like, I don't believe in it. I'm like, bro, it exists. Just say you don't like it.
I thought initially I was like I was thinking my initial thought of believing when people say something I was thinking Santa Claus. I'm like, how many kids' hearts are you going to break here right now? I was like, I didn't know where you were going with it, but no, I get you.
That's for a different time of year.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tooth Fairy. There you go. It's all you're around. You know. I didn't know where you were going with it, so that's why I'm like, okay.
I just think when people say that, I always hear what they're really trying to say, and I just address it as such.
But it's so idiotic. Just say it. I don't believe in, X.
They're just putting themselves on a better platform. They're better than you, or is what they want to say. And that's fine.
I see it online all the time, and I'm just like, I think I'm desensitized by it.
Yeah, I think I'm oblivious to it.
Fair enough.
I have an EB truth for you guys. Did you guys know this is episode 50? So in 2 weeks, we have reached a full cycle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's
We're
awesome.
going to have to do something special.
We will have to. I have something up my sleeve, maybe. We'll see.
Interesting.
We should go all get our motorcycle permits. That's what we should do.
Get matching tattoos.
Matching tattoos. I was going to say the same thing. Like a matching crying Wichita
teardrop.
Dinner Table teardrop.
Teardrop with the dinner table inside.
I like it. I think we should do something.
All right, we'll plan something. We got 2 weeks to decide this.
Man, that's
2
crazy.
weeks.
50 weeks. Wow.
It'll be 1 full year of the dinner table. I didn't think we'd make it this far.
Really?
I thought we'd sizzle out after like 6 months and see and be like, what's the next project? But here we are. 50 weeks in.
So I missed the first one. I didn't know about and then I got asked to be on the second one, and I thought I was just a guest. And 49 episodes later, I'm still showing up every week.
You're still a guest.
Can't get enough of it. All right.
Next week, a link will not be sent your direction.
You're in the rotating yearly seat.
What's good in Wichita? Time for everyone to come prepared with something heartwarming or cool they've seen around the city, someone that deserves a shout out or more. I'll begin. All right, this past weekend, there was a local restaurant whose owners went on vacation. And during that time, they had I want to say like a $14,000 smoker stolen in broad daylight in front of the restaurant. As many people know, Station 8 Barbecue. They went online, posted the video of what happened, and the community went to work. There were reports immediately coming out saying, no, this person tried to sell me the smoker for like $500. The guy tried to stop by a taco truck, tried to stop by a tire store. All those people said no. Cops were on the hunt, and within hours, the Wichita Police Department found the person in North Wichita, arrested him, and got Station 8 their smoker back on a vacation day. This was was it July 4th?
Yes.
On a holiday of all days.
Yeah.
So I know people always rag on social media. A lot of bad things happen there, but some good comes out of it. And this is one instance where social media went to work. The community supported. WPD was very active on a holiday and helped Station 8 get their smoker back. So thanks to the internet.
That's cool.
I love their post afterwards. It said something
you
like
see the fireworks from jail.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, that was it. Can you see I hope so and so could see the fireworks
Chauncey,
from jail.
Yeah,
That was
I think I responded something along the lines of, like, "Hey,
They
hope you enjoy
can't.
your meth potatoes."
Oh no. You will not be reviewing those.
And they had a fan of the truck. I think it was Mario. I forgot. Was like in pursuit because he saw it. The cops, like he was on the phone with PD, and they said back off or something along those lines.
Yeah, people saw it and were ready to, go to war for Station 8.
They were trailing it. Yep.
That's wild. I mean, Betty Boop and then a smoker. What's next? I mean, leave them alone, people.
I mean, that's more than that. They've had wires stolen. I think they've had their diner across the street vandalized.
Yeah.
It's been a lot more than, what people see online. And not just them, and it's plenty of other businesses. I mean, you have restaurants getting their windows broken in. I know, who is that place? The Sangria place in downtown Wichita. I think last year, something like that. They got broken into. It's just
Simply Sangria.
Yeah, Simply Sangria.
Yeah.
Just the theft. It's ridiculous. And I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
But shout out to the community. Shout out to WPD. Shout out to Wichita. TKG.
I want to give a shout out to Paul Gutierrez with Bronx Pizza and Pints. And the shout out is because I posted a few weeks ago, and it was a positive post about the restaurant, but there were some folks that got on there and said that they had a bad experience of one nature or another. And he got on the comments, and I wrote this down. He wrote, reading through the comments, I see there are things we can still focus on and continually improve. We appreciate the honest feedback. And so the shout out is for a positive response, because I think all of us, I know Eddie and I, we have had negative posts where the owners get on there and, are defensive or worse. So it's always good to see an owner that has a positive response to negative feedback.
So
For sure.
Paul is actually one of my pledge brothers from college. So I've known Paul for decades. And
Okay.
he has been in the industry for a long time. And one thing, knowing him back in college, the guy was a people person. Loved to bring smiles to people's faces, very charismatic, very outgoing. So to see him in this environment, helping out the Bronx and doing all those things there, it's like no surprise to me. The dude is a good soul. But yeah, he's one of the reasons why I think Bronx has really been on the up and up. So I think when they first started, they had some issues, but a lot of that's getting worked through, and I think Paul's a big reason for that. So
Cool.
All right, Troy.
All right. So I want to shout out Grow. I can't remember if I shouted them out a few weeks ago, but I'm just going to do it. We were able to take the kids over to Grow and make some terrariums a couple of weeks ago, and we posted the video up on Sunday if you want to go check that out. But the hospitality that they came with that was just second to none. Jill was there helping out with the plants, with the kids, and they were just asking us if we needed drinks, and just the whole experience was fantastic. And Eddie, I think you had a similar experience there with your daughter recently. And
Yeah, we took the whole fam there. So like,
yeah, just such a good time. And Heather and the Emily and the people there, Jill, all of them just are doing a great thing down there. And if you haven't been to Grow lately, I think you should go check it out.
did you try any of the drinks there while you're there, Troy?
Yeah, I had the ocean something elixir. It's like their super drink that's like got all these healthy probiotics and different things in it, and it was really tasty.
Yeah, I had a watermelon, some mocktail because I was there, with mom, sis, and the daughter and Emery. I mean, and I was like, well, I probably shouldn't drink. So I had the mocktails, and they were delicious. Emily over at Grow, she is doing excellent work with their cocktail menu. Whether you're into the cocktails, mocktails, whatever it might be,
Yeah,
nice little place to grab a drink.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Susie went in there on her just before her surgery. She's like on my day out, so she went in there, made a terrarium, had a couple mocktails, and always a great time over there.
Yeah.
All right, Carbon.
Well, speaking of Susie going in for surgery, just a huge thank you. First off, the Kansas Spine Hospital. Everyone over there was nothing short of amazing. I have anxiety just stepping into a hospital. I've really struggled to visit people in hospitals just from a lot of bad history. And they were beyond attentive. Just an incredible team. Every single one of the nurses, the surgeon, everybody there was. I couldn't have asked for a better experience. And then on top of that, I was going through stuff with my eye swollen up to all hell and get out. The amount of people reaching out, helping out, just a huge thank you to everyone. I stopped in on the 3rd or on the 2nd. I went to Station 8. They sent a home a care package and said, "Get well soon, Susie." And just the amount of support all the way around has been nothing short of amazing. There's a dinner train that's coming by our house just about every night. It feels like just everyone willing to help. I'm like, I could cook, I'm capable, but the amount of support has been overwhelming and just really appreciated. We're going through it. This is recovery is just the first steps is 6 weeks till or follow up. So it's a long path, but we're on it, and we're gonna do well, and every day is another step, but the amount of support has been overwhelming. So thank you for all the love, thank you for all the well wishes. We are in a very good place. Susie is feeling better, and we're home now, and just thank you for all the well wishes. It's very much appreciated.
I think everybody can agree that I know when you're posting over the weekend, Carbon, and everything, man, the city really loves you and respects you, Carbon. So
it's felt. It's very much felt, man. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, Annette, take us home.
I know there are a lot of really, really, really sad storylines from this past week. We have the devastation of the flooding in Texas, and then, in North Central Kansas, Deputy Brandon Gady. I don't know if y'all followed that story he's a Phillips County Sheriff's deputy he was shot and he died. And the way people though came out for his processional, essentially his send off from Wichita, where his body was being examined, back to going home for him to be laid to rest. It was just so powerful to see. And the way people came out and wanted to make sure that he was celebrated, and for his family to see that, I just think is so beautiful. So he had been in his job for about 8 years, and to know, how it ended is terribly sad, but for his wife and 3 kids and his young kids too, I think that kind of moment to witness like the helicopters that were overhead, the people on the bridges on this 3.5-hour route from Wichita to Phillipsburg, Kansas, just super, super powerful. So I just think the love that people extend in a time like this is just really, it's a very not just Kansas thing to do, but I just feel like it's a community that is so special. And I'm just so glad to see people come and do that in honor of him. And then the people here, for the situation in Texas, there are a number of people who want to fundraise and help. And right now, the Red Cross is organizing deployment of volunteers who are going to go help with the flooding, the recovery efforts with flooding, to make sure that people who've lost a lot of things from their homes are bouncing back as best they can. I'm like, that's really amazing to see people take that time during maybe a busy time of year, not an exactly perfect time of year with it being so hot out and with all the weather they're experiencing. But I'm just like, that's just really amazing. So for the people who are making themselves available in those moments, kudos and thanks to you, because that really is something special for someone on the other side of this.
Whew, man. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
All right.
It's so nice. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TKG, for the year anniversary episode, we need that fedora back.
Oh my God.
Let's get
Easy.
European with it.
On a brighter,
Easy
lighter note.
peasy.
Yeah.
All right. Carbon, Annette, TKG, Troy, it's a pleasure seeing you every Wednesday night. To everyone watching at home, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. You've all been excused from the dinner table.